My Uber driver turned off the app and said, "I need to show you something. What happened next changed my life." Have you ever had that moment when your instincts scream danger but curiosity wins? Last month I was heading home from O'Hare after a delayed red-eye flight. It was 2 a.m. I was exhausted and all I wanted was my bed. My Uber driver, an older man named Michael, was quiet for most of the ride. The app showed he had a 4.98 rating and over 10,000 rides. Safe enough, right? About halfway to my apartment he suddenly pulled into an empty parking lot. My heart rate doubled instantly. "I need to show you something," he said, turning off the app. "It won't take long." Every true crime payist I'd ever listened to flashed through my mind. I gripped my phone, one finger hovering over the emergency call button, and considered making a run for it. Before I could decide, Michael reached slowly into the glove compartment. I held my breath. He pulled out a worn leather wallet and carefully extracted a faded photograph. "This is my daughter Ellie," he said softly. "She would have been about your age now." The photo showed a smiling young woman in graduation robes. Something in his voice made me pause. Michael nodded, eyes fixed on the road ahead. 5 years ago, she got into a car with a drunk friend after a party. They hit a tree at 70 miles per HR. The friend walked away with scratches. Ellie didn't make it. My throat tightened. "I'm so sorry." After it happened, I couldn't function. Area leave from my engineering job, barely left the house. My wife couldn't handle it and left. 6 months later, he turned slightly, making eye contact for the first time. One night, I couldn't sleep and downloaded the Uber app. Thought maybe helping people get home safely might I don't know, give me purpose again. I realized we were still sitting in the empty parking lot, engine running. "I don't usually share this," he continued, "but you remind me of her. Same red hair, same laugh. And when you got in, you mentioned you were exhausted from your flight. He paused. "I need to ask you something important." The tension in my body eased slightly, but confusion took its place. "What is it when you get home? Will you text someone to let them know you arrived safely?" Meant who cares about you? The simplicity of his request caught me off guard. Yes, of course, good. He nodded, turning the app back on. "That's all I wanted to know." As we pulled away, he explained that he now does the safety check with passengers who remind him of Ellie, especially late at night. It's his way of honoring her memory, making sure someone knows they got home safe. We rode in silence for a while before he spoke again. "You know what the hardest part is? The last text I ever got from Ellie said, 'Don't wait up, Dad. A tactic, a ride with Jake.' If I'd been awake, if I'd known Jake had been drinking, I swallowed hard. It wasn't your fault. I know that logically," he said. But heart sounds logical. When we reached my apartment, Michael insisted on waiting until I was safely inside my building before driving away. I stood in my entryway and texted my sister, something I rarely do after late flights. "Just got home safe, love you," she replied immediately. "Was worried with the late flight, love you too." That simple exchange hit me harder than I expected. How many times had I stumbled home late without letting anyone know I was safe? How many people had worried the next morning? I booked to a notification from Uber asking about my incomplete ride. I rated Michael 5 stars and left a tip that maxed out the app's limit. In the comment section I wrote, "Thank you for the important reminder. Ellie would be proud." 2 weeks later, I received an unexpected message through the Uber support system. It was from Michael. "Thank you for your kind words about Ellie. Since that night, I've noticed something. Every single passenger I've asked has agreed to send that safety text. Maybe sharing her story is making a difference after all. Now, no matter how late it is or how tired I am, I always text someone when I get home safely. And whenever friends are heading home, I ask them to do the same." Sometimes the most important life lessons come from unexpected moments with strangers, and sometimes what initially feels dangerous turns out to be exactly what you needed to hear. I still think about Michael and Ellie. Often I wonder how many lives their story has potentially saved, one text message at a time.